Welcome everyone, this is your host Trisha. We bring you exclusive coverage to the first ever Urban Desi conference and concert, presented by India.com in collaboration with Brown Girl Magazine, New York Dreams, and Urban Asian. This 2-day sold-out event was powered by Singh, Savan, and brought to you by Desi and NYC. Urban Desi headliners from the South Asian diaspora, including Singh, Raghav, Raxstar, the PropheC, Amar Sandhu, and many more, spoke about their journey as global music artists at the conference and sang their hearts out in front of more than 1,000 people in Times Square. Hey Mickey, so nice to have you here. Welcome to UDC.
Thanks for having me. How are you?
So tell me, how excited are you to have all your friends coming out tonight?
Super excited. I think it's something that like the North American scene definitely needed, because there's a lot of artists here, but they definitely needed a platform to kind of like come together and do more stuff. You know, there's gonna be a lot of talks about the industry here and like kind of like, you know, emerging artists and just industry itself, and like how newcomers and new artists can gain from the structure that we got going on. And I don't think there's ever been a concert like that for the North American artists where we kind of all got together, because usually there's a lot of artists coming from other countries and stuff, but like I think this is going to be great and definitely be a footpath to like something else. Feel blessed to be in this place. You know, there's a lot of work and like you know, dedication that definitely goes through it, but I've been in the industry for almost like 10 years now, which you know, just doing the groundwork and then kind of like building up from that. But definitely it's a blessing, and I think this just for us, like even like being in North America and kind of really gaining from this energy, I think this is just the beginning to something that's going to be way bigger. Yeah.
तू छड़ के मुश्किल मोड़ा ते तेरा दिल आ गया हो पता लग जू तैनू दुनिया दा जद ठोकर किते कल्ली बैके सोची कल्ली बैके सोच ली तू असी की नहीं कीता
I mean, you kind of covered it. Like most of the artists here, we kind of all started together. So you know, they're all my boys, and we've done like numerous numbers of songs together. So we're definitely going to be performing those.
तेरे नाम तो सदके में जावा मैं तेरा नाम जपदा फिरा सोनिए तेरा नाम जपदा फिरा हीरिए तेरा नाम जपदा फिरा.
Oh, I know that you have signs coming out. Is there other music that we should be expecting from you?
Yeah, definitely. I'm actually finishing up my album now. So this is gonna be my first album ever, and I think that it was just time. There's a lot of experiences and just like being in the industry and just kind of like you know, growing up as an artist. It's just like musically, I kind of wanted to put something out there. So I think this is the time. So that definitely looking for the album. It's definitely, you know, fusion. Like I said, you know, I grew up half of my life in India and half of my life here. So it's definitely gonna contain that balance. But I'm really excited for like, you know, just like newer production, and you know, I'm a different person, you know, just for myself as well. So it's just like a lot of my personal, I think this album is definitely very personal, but at the same time, it's got that commercial appeal to it as well. So yeah, it's gonna be fun.
भूल जानी पड़ेगी मोहब्बत की राहों में आकर तो देखो मोहब्बत की राहों में आकर तो देखो I wanna see y'all bounce, bounce, bounce.
Tell me how excited you are to be here with a lot of young guys tonight.
Oh, geez. Well, that makes me feel old. I mean, just a lot of talent. I'd love to see some of these folks that are starting out in the business get the kind of critical acclaim, not just from the South Asian scene, but outside of that. So I'm just here to support and obviously make some music. I look at it like once you've been making records for more than 5 years, this is an industry where all of a sudden you have been around for a minute. So the fact that I'm able to still today make music for a living, and I've got great fans, and people are always kind to me, and I get to do what I want to do, I don't look at that as anything but a success, and I feel privileged for it.
I guess I done this when I should have done that. I'm trying to be smart, but I want you so bad. Have you ever needed what you never ever had? I just can't get enough. Yeah, just when it looks like I'm gonna get close, my lips messed up and my words don't flow. I just can't wait till you're freaking me frequently, baby, cause I can't get enough.
So many times in the South Asian world, we don't really connect. Outside of the Bollywood industry where they're all connecting. But we don't really connect with one another and talk about what's happening, where the scene is. And I think the truth is that there's been a slight death to the scene in the last 5 years. There's not like a club night every weekend. The buzz has kind of been missing a little bit. But some of these acts deserve that moment, deserve that buzz, and they're taking the bull by the horns and doing it themselves. So we can talk about how we can make our scene more vibrant, better, and enjoyable for the fans.
Give me just one chance to step up and win your love. Baby, just talk to me. Give me just one chance. I need your hands side to side, New York. Here we go. I've searched high and low, and everywhere I go, I've never felt so sure. You're so bad, bad, bad.
Tell me about your collaboration with A.R. Rahman. I know all our viewers are really excited to hear about it.
I mean, A.R. Rahman and I have been doing songs together for a couple of years now, but we got a lot more music coming up. And I mean, to me, if you look back at my interviews from 7, 8 years ago, it was always, who do you want to work with? And he was always the top of the list. So the fact that we're working together, I feel privileged, and I feel more privileged that he's a friend. I have a new song coming out called Do You Like? It's going to be out in about a month or so. It's featuring a great African Afrobeat artist named Mologo. And for those people that remember the Storyteller album or like it, it's like the 17th track from that album. It's like completely off of that record. So it's going to be fun for me to see something that sounds like that, what the platform is for it today in this market. I'm looking forward to seeing that.
It's a party, Johnny, ja meri baahon mein. It's a party, Johnny, ja meri baahon mein. Kehte ye gabru sare, dekhde lagde hulare. Aaja hone aaja jaame baahon vich baah paave.
Rupal, thanks so much for being here at your own restaurant.
Pleasure. It's my pleasure to be here at my own place.
Tell me how you feel having all the artists that you've listened to and you hang out with all the time. Now they're all here together. How do you feel?
I feel great. This is something, me and Monty, spoke about once I got back from Revolt Music Conference happened in Miami. So we're glad to be part of it. Mickey's here, Raxstar's here, PropheC's here, Raghav's here. So it doesn't get any better than that. So, it's all your favorite artists, under one roof. So it's going to be fun.
And something that I found really interesting about you is the balance of being an entrepreneur. Of course, you handle 2 restaurants, well, both men, and of course you're an artist. How do you do that?
It's very tough to do. Balancing family, music, work. It's not an easy job. So whatever time I get away from Mint, I put it towards music. So it's a tough thing, but we're doing it. Let's see how far it takes me. Music for me is just passion. That's why I'm into it. I have my businesses. That's there for me. For my financials. Music is just passion. That's the only reason I'm into it.
Love struck, baby, baby. I'm love struck, baby, baby.
Can you tell me a little bit about some of the new music that we can expect from you?
We actually shot 2 music videos this year, early this year, so you could expect them to release in the span of a month, 2 months. We might premiere a track I did with Raxstar. It's called Pearls.
ਕਹਿੰਦੀ ਬੁਲਟ ਮੈਂ ਚਲਾਉਣੀ ਜੀਨ ਕੁੜਤੀ ਨਾ ਪਾਉਣੀ ਕਿਹੜੀ ਉੱਤੋਂ ਗੇੜੀ ਲਾਉਣੀ ਸਾਰੀ ਚੰਡੀਗੜ੍ਹ ਗਾਉਣੀ.
This is something that's just never happened before. It's the first of its kind. I mean, all these artists, all us North American artists together in one place, and it's just the energy is really high right now.
ਮਿੱਤਰਾਂ ਦਾ ਦਿਲ ਗਿਆ ਲੁੱਟਿਆ ਜਦੋਂ ਦੀਆਂ ਮਿਲਾਈਆਂ ਨੀ ਤੂੰ ਅੱਖੀਆਂ ਮਿੱਤਰਾਂ ਨੇ ਸ਼ਰਤਾਂ ਰੱਖੀਆਂ.
We just released a single called Longovacha 2 days ago, and it's actually something different I've done. It is an EDM song. It's a house trance type of music. I'm actually a big fan of that type of music. I know I've been doing Bhangra. This is something I wanted to incorporate for a change in my music.
ਮੋਟੇ ਟੰਗੀ ਤੂੰ ਨਾਲ ਹੀ ਕਿਸੇ ਤੋਂ ਡਰਦਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੱਸਦਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਮਰਨਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਉਹ ਬਾਤ ਪਿਸਤੌਲ ਤੇਰੇ ਦੁਸ਼ਮਣ ਕੋਲ ਹੁਣ ਫਸ ਗਿਆ ਮੈਂ ਬੁਲਟ ਤੇ ਬਹਿ ਕੇ ਲਾਉਂਦਾ ਗੇੜਾ ਬੁਲਟ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਖਵਾਇਆ ਤੇਰਾ ਖਿੱਚ ਕੇ ਤੇਰੇ ਪਿੱਛੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਮਾਰਨਾ why you sit there.
Rax, we're so excited to have you here. Welcome to UDC.
Thank you, it's a pleasure to be here.
Yeah, of course. And so tell me how excited you are to have all your friends out here performing together.
Yeah, I mean, it's the first time a show like this, I think, has been put together, where I'm involved anyway. Everyone I'm a big fan of. I've worked with a lot of the guys as well, so yeah, it's going to be really, really good.
What to do? Ki karta tu? Player tu banna chaunda si niggas screaming out I need a substitute. What to do? Ki karta tu? Player tu banna chaunda si niggas screaming out I need a substitute. Got a crew that'll rep you. Enemies wanna end you.
It's really exciting. I mean, new, like everyone that's kind of here have been working really hard for a long time. And I think there's just been like a resurgence quite recent in the past couple of years where everyone's just been quite consistent with what they're doing. So it's an exciting time, and I think it's blazing a path, I think, for people to come through and, you know, younger artists, people that are, you know, starting up, to see myself and other artists doing what we're doing and just showing them that it can be done, basically. So yeah, I think it's really like, it's a positive step forward.
Raxstar. What up, what? ਪਿਆਰ ਵਿੱਚੋਂ ਬੰਦਾ ਹੁਣ ਕੀ ਕੱਟੇ ਸਿਆਣੇ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਜਮਲਾ ਦੇ ਗਾਣੇ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਸੱਚੇ ਡਰਦੇ ਡਰਦੇ ਰੈਪਰ ਮੈਥੋਂ ਡਰਦੇ 16 ਬਾਸ ਕਰਕੇ ਮੈਂ ਚਾਵਾ ਬੀਟ ਮਰ ਜੇ.
I mean, being a big fan of Punjabi music growing up, and also being influenced by hip hop, it's just a fusion of those two things. So for me, it's kind of a natural progression. Like, I wasn't born and brought up in India or in Punjab. I was born and brought up in England, basically, and my roots are there. So it's an amalgamation of those two things, and I think everyone here is doing something like that, where they are bringing their own personality out in those ways.
Okay, listen. I was 9, wrote my first rhyme, took a shine to her. I was young, parents didn't mind me spending time with her. I met her at this party, am I lying? Yeah, I'm lying. What I'm trying to say, that I met around mine, there was curry in the air. I could smell the masala. Around the time Gurdas Man came out with Challa. I'm taking you way back when the rain was purple.
And so can you tell me a little bit about the music scene in Britain compared to America, how you feel about it?
Yeah, there's a lot of, there's a lot of history there in the UK. The UK was at the forefront of this kind of music for a long time. When I first started about 10 years ago, dance music was, it was garage music that we called it back then, and there was a lot of fusion of Punjabi vocals with that kind of music. So it was one of those things where this thing was happening a long time ago, and I think it's kind of got lost along the way. People started going back to doing more traditional Desi kind of things, and it's just now there's been a resurgence. It's more coming from like America and also India as well, and North America generally speaking I think is doing a great job of representing that fusion music. And yeah, I mean, in England I'd say there's less of that happening, but there are, you know, a handful of artists that are doing it, and I'm happy to be part of those artists that are trying to, you know, push the music and the genre forward.
know I made mistakes and I done things wrong. Didn't appreciate you until you were gone, but you're back now and I ain't gonna back down. Wanna give you everything you want, that's why I rap now. I could be the dude that you treat more, but I don't wanna rush anything, I'ma ease off. When I know you're not, after anything that he's got, still here after I acting like an ease up.
The next like 2 or 3 releases are kind of wrapped up already, and there's loads of collaborations as well. So I'm also featured on the KDM mixtape with Bohemia and that whole camp. Shout out Haji Springer, everyone. That's going to be quite a big thing as well, happening very soon. That's going to be released with a whole heap of very talented artists from all over the world, and that's kind of a Desi hip hop kind of thing that's being represented. So yeah, loads of stuff happening, really good stuff, exciting things.
You know I ain't the type to chase you. Insecure girls always find a way to hate you, but you got it, girl. You know you got it. Everybody talking about you like a trend. It's in that
PropheC, I was actually like I was a real big nerd before, so I used to watch all the Matrix movies, but when I came into the industry it was more like future and stuff, so I could kind of say like future of the industry. So I believe that like my music is hopefully pushing boundaries and hopefully getting to the right people and the future of music hopefully. Just keep going and keep being different. You know, don't fall into the thing that you have to do what someone else is doing. Just be yourself. I mean, if you look at my earlier videos, like I didn't even know how to like comb my hair in front of the camera and stuff like that. So I always tell people like if I can do it, like anyone can do it. So you know, just keep going and follow your dream.
Prana, so nice to have you guys here. Thank you for coming to UDC. How do you guys feel?
It's great. You know, we're just having a good time right now, kicking back, just getting ready for everything to get started.
Yeah, I mean, it's exciting. We got all of our friends here, so it's just nice being with everybody that we always work with in one place.
It's literally an industry that we're starting together. Just kind of how the UK Bhangra movement was back in the days, like in 2006, 2007. We're kind of trying to bring something like that back, but just more of a Western, more of an American, relaxed type feel to it. And so I mean, it's great. You know, just the fact that there is actually artists to collaborate with, it just makes the scene a lot bigger, a lot brighter, flourish more. So.
Having that urban and that Desi side together, how hard or easy is it to cause that, to make that fusion happen?
It's actually a lot easier, I would say, because like growing up, I love Punjabi music and just indie music in general. So just fusing that with like the American music that I grew up listening to, it's easier. The way you can express yourself is easier. You can express in 2 different languages. I know like some things that we could say in Punjabi, it doesn't necessarily translate into English and vice versa. So it's just kind of like
it allows us to really express ourselves and open up more, because like we do have a side where our parents, you know, like for instance my grandma, like I mean I like to go Desi sometimes with it too, but my grandma used to say to us like milk pirna apni maa ko ja, jadon pirna se gal kar, you know, so like just being in a family where you had to speak in Punjabi and stuff like that, like it doesn't feel the same if I don't, you know, say something Punjabi, but if I try to translate that Punjabi word into English, it just sounds retarded. Like it sounds really bad. And so it's cool, like, you know, we really get to express ourselves and who we really are and what we're about and the sound of, you know.
I'm talking back when everything was good, I mean I treated her. Give her the keys to the ride, I guess she needed a slide. It's all good, baby girl, I took a seat on the side. And ain't nobody up here with me, I tell them girls now, from there to what's getting eat. They say that if you knew better, you would do better. No more time to waste, welcome to a new era.
Revamped our new era set, so not only will you see our new era songs, but you see different versions of those songs, and that's what we've been working on lately too.
And it's gonna be a lot of energy. That's it. We just want everyone to just have a good time, and you know we're This event is awesome. Like just the whole concept behind it and everything. We're looking forward to it, showcasing the album, showcasing some newer stuff and whatnot. So it's gonna be really fun sharing the stage with a whole bunch of talented artists and